Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
Happy Friday night. I know everybody's confused as shit right now because normally we would be doing music videos on Friday nights, but we already had these guys booked like a long ass time ago. Yeah. So we got Derek from Falling Within. How are you doing tonight, dude?
What's up, man? I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Us, man. Thanks for joining us.
Fantastic. Thank you.
We are glad to hear you.
Thank you for joining the shit show. Yeah. What's about to happen.
I think that's a compliment to shit because, we are way worse than that. And you got to admit it.
We're worse than shit?
Not because I'm talking about our craziness. Come on now. Don't fuck with me like that already.
How much have you had smoked tonight?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I do.
No. No comment. Let's need the fifth.
Pull your eyes close as you can to the camera.
Yeah, let's see those eyes. Let's see those dilated eyes.
Do I have my light in here? I need you to take a sobriety test.
Come on now.
Oh, right, man. Stevie, you go kick it off, brother.
All right. So, besides music, what is something that your crew does to come together?
Oh, well, you're talking about just as a group, as a whole, like outside music stuff.
Yeah,
we hang out.
What brings you guys together?
So, I know this is kind of still music, but we go to a lot of concerts together. We'll break out and just do like events together, so that way it's not strictly about only music for us.
Well, that's what me and my band's doing with Welcome to Rockville, because like our vocalist is flying in from where she lives and coming here, and because we all live in like different states, we don't even live in the same damn state, so we're all come together and going to Welcome to Rockville as kind of like a band building type of exercise of just going out and having fun and getting to know each other even more one-on-one.
Yeah.
And kind of like building that and just not focusing on music, but just having fun together.
Well, and there's a few of us, 2 or 3 of us go hunting a lot together. We do a lot of hunting. We're from the South, so down here we like to do some hunting.
I'm saying, well, I'm from the South too. I'm just on the coast south, and we like fishing around here. So.
Oh yeah, we love fishing. We love fishing too. Well, and another thing too, so I've been good friends with the guys from Nothing More from way back. Like we us and them won a battle of bands together with the XMG conference in Dallas, and we actually co-titled won it, and we got to play the Hard Rock together so many years back. And then, so we went and watched them, I don't know, probably 3 months ago, and we got to go backstage and hang out with them. It's been forever, but it's just neat how all that stuff has transpired over the years.
Right.
Oh, look, there's Barley.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Joining us.
So he's the bassist.
Speaking of concerts and stuff like that, given the fact that y'all say y'all go to a lot of concerts, what's y'all's best concert memory?
Of somebody else's concert?
Yep.
Oh man, I got one. Oh, I got a good one. So it's Memphis in May, and I think it was in I can't remember what year it was, but it was when Creed played. Okay, and you couldn't have scripted this shit any better. So the big tarp is over the top because it's raining outside, and then out of nowhere a big wind comes up, and right when they're hitting that that "Can You Take Me High" when it hits, Wes, do you remember this in the
What's
Creed concert in Memphis in May when the tarp flies up at the same? You remember that?
Yes. Yeah, that was awesome.
It just happened to land at the right time. Lightning striking, rain, and then he's out there looking cool for once.
For once, could you understand what he said?
Well, he always tried to be a little mixture between Eddie Vedder and somebody that has no disrespect but Down syndrome. So in between, right?
Damn.
Somebody put a filter on that man.
Hey, bleep that out. Bleep that out, okay?
We got to filter that guy.
No, you don't. This is excellent. I did this live, right?
Oh, my bad. I apologize in advance.
Oh, there's no delay.
We got a warning label.
That's right. That's why we have that there.
And you can cuss your ass off. It don't fucking matter.
We don't have a 30-second delay to bleep him out. Dang it.
Well, I mean, and to make sure everybody understands, we do love people with Down syndrome because our bass player has Down syndrome. So,
Oh boy.
He's got all the riz.
Okay, so I commandeered the questioning. Go ahead.
You can't let me down, Just as a bass player myself. You can't let him do us like that. You can't,
man. I can't get no RESPEC around here, man. It sucks.
Hey, can we mute his mic?
Actually, we can, but I'm not gonna.
Oh man,
that man. We bass players. We gotta stick together. God.
Absolutely.
Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win.
There's a I'm gonna start now. There's gonna be a bass players union. We're gonna
Yes.
all right.
Some therapy sessions, maybe.
You shut your whore mouth.
Hey,
Right.
can we hire you guys to load in the equipment, or can we hire the bass players union to load in the equipment, or
No.
Man, our stuff's already heavy enough. We don't need to carry y'all's too. I mean, come on.
what? The bass?
Everything else that goes with it.
Hey, look, our shit's a lot heavier than most. Okay. That's why most bass players were either really fucking fat guys or we're really buff. One of the two. There's really no.
You got to have that literal pun intended bass to be able to hold everything.
Yeah, you gotta have that bass. You gotta have that ass.
What's it Megan Trainor says? It's all about the bass.
Exactly. I love her, by the way. If you're watching Megan, my number is. Anyway, Mosh truck, brother.
Oh man.
Do you think?
I don't.
Are you all right? Are you too stoned?
No, I'm not too stoned. These guys are just really freaking funny. But so what is y'all's dream tour bus? Like no worry about any type of money. You can customize it however you want it, no matter what.
Mm.
You remember those,
Well-
those VW mini buses? That's what I want.
That's dope.
Okay.
Well, so because it's crazy in my family. I'm not the beer drinker. My wife is. I'm like the alcohol drinker. So in there somewhere, we would have to go back and make all of the sinks and everything in it kegs. So if you turned on water anywhere in it, it would just be nothing but kegs everywhere. You know.
Sweet.
Okay.
And then I can picture us running tubes down to like an oxygen bar, but it's like liquor. Like alcohol shots in the oxygen bar, something like that.
That's fucking amazing.
Well, we'd have
the
we'd
way
have to have
he
a couple of
thinks.
guys that would need some kind
Real
of
oxygen.
song in there. So right. So I mean,
They would need real oxygen.
This
Well-
I'm dealing with these guys.
well, Roy's not on, so we can't pick on him. But
I'm rolling with these guys. We're gonna go. My band. If any of my members are watching right now, we're rolling to Arkansas. We're gonna go play some shows with these guys.
Well, I'll say this on our first tour. It was kind of funny because Saliva was they're really good friends of mine, and the drummer of Saliva was kind of our first manager when we first started doing all this. And his tour bus,
Paul,
I asked him, I said, "Yeah, Paul." I was like, "Paul, why is the windows tinted so dark?" And he was like, "I can't drink if it's not dark outside. So when I wake up in the morning and I look out, it's dark. I can start drinking."
okay, all right, I understand. I know Paul. I know Paul myself. So
Paul's a
I've
good dude.
had many trips and done many shows with Paul in the past. So on that, if you guys could go on tour with any three bands of your choice, and this is a personal question for all of you, who would you choose to go on tour with?
well, I mean, the guys in the band could guess my answer. I mean, like you wouldn't even have to ask me. Derek, go ahead and answer for me.
If he had to go on tour with anybody, I'm going to tell you it's going to be Maroon 5.
You dick. Such a dick.
I mean, you did let him answer for you.
Yeah,
I
you
mean, I
gave the
literally have it tattooed on my body, so it'd be the Foo Fighters, no doubt. So for me,
Okay.
All right, Justin, who would it be for you?
Man, I don't know, man. I'd love to. I've always loved Avenged Sevenfold.
I could have guessed that.
Yeah, I'd love to do something with them. I know that's a big one, big dream, but man, that would be, that show could happen. I could immediately fall dead on the stage, and I'd be cool with it. I'd be cool.
So if I had to choose, I would probably choose Papa Roach. I love their show. Jacoby's always been super cool, and their energy. It's just it would be a really good tour.
So I've got a story about Papa Roach. I got a couple of stories about Papa Roach, but one in particular. Papa Roach, hands down. Now, I'm a lover of all metal. Everything from black metal, extreme metal, hard rock. I love every bit of it. So we're at Welcome to Rockville, me and my brother. Papa Roach is hands down the craziest, most insane fucking crowd and mosh pit I've ever been in my fucking life. Ever. And we're sitting there standing in now my best friend who I call my brother. He's a little guy. He's like 5'4", 5'5". I'm 6'1". So I'm like kind of like trying to shield him because it's like there's fucking crowd surfers just coming in by the goddamn truckloads. And the poor guy, he can't even get his hands high enough to protect himself because it's so goddamn short. So I'm trying to protect him, right? And somebody throws this fucking chick on top of me. And she's got like steel-toed combat boots on.
Ouch.
I end up getting my whole shoulder blade shattered. Fractured. I mean, fuck. The whole thing starting to swell. I said, fuck it, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I went through the whole goddamn fucking shit, went through it all. There were so many, I've never seen so many people at a medical tent after a goddamn band ever in my life. I've never seen so many
War
people
out there.
I mean, Papa Roach had that shit fucking lit. And that was the craziest shit. I've never seen a crowd like that. And I've been to lots of shows and lots of festivals all over the country. And that is crazy. Their set are the craziest I've ever seen. Period.
Yep.
We saw Nothing More as a band a couple of months back, and that pit was pretty wild. But their whole show, man, it's just the way they put it together cinematically. I mean, it's fantastic.
So I got to meet Johnny one time, and he kind of saved my ass. So I'd seen Nothing More at Welcome to Rockville for the first time, and they were early in the day. Like, they were one of the very first bands up because nobody knew them. Nobody knew who the hell they were. They got up, and they blew everybody's fucking minds. And they automatically became one of my favorite bands. Well, 2 years later, I go to see them. At this point, they're playing way later in the day. They're already a huge band at this point. And I'm sitting there standing up against the gate of the sound booth watching Mon Mars. Well, I just had shoulder surgery. I almost lost my damn arm in a car accident. So I'm all casted up, fucking sling, the whole 9 yards. I'm still there, but I'm trying to stay out of any shit from getting hurt. And I get this tap on the shoulder. He goes, "Man, you look like you're in a lot of pain." And I said, "Yeah, I am." He goes, "Man, that's a bad spot for you to be. Why don't you come in here real quick and you can watch the show with us?" And I hadn't even turned around yet. And I turned around as fucking Johnny Hawkins.
Wow.
And he brought me into the fucking sound booth, sat down, fucking gave me some drink, and we sit there fucking hung out. And I told him, I was like, "Dude, you're half the reason I'm here to see your band." And once I told him that, later on, he actually brought us up and let us watch his set from the fucking side stage. And I was like, I never forget it. It was one of the he didn't have to do that shit.
Well, see, when I brought him, so I brought them to Arkansas like 5 times way back, and he wasn't even a singer then. He was the drummer for him then.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far back it was.
I was going to say that was way back.
Yeah.
Didn't their original singer like go on American Idol or something?
Yeah, he was some American Idol dude that was backup singer for Kelly Clarkson or some shit. I don't know.
That was a bad career move.
Good move for Johnny for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Good move for him. Terrible
It worked out for him. Okay.
Yeah, that was. You might want to start questioning your life choices at this point.
Oh, you know, he goes home and goes, "Shit."
Yeah, I'm waiting on Derek
Missed
to try
that.
for American Idol so that I can just move up to singer from the drums. I mean, I think that's how it works, right?
Hey, let's learn one instrument at a time, Wes. Okay.
Touche.
All right. So if you guys could spend, and this is dead or alive, if you could spend 24 hours with any iconic musician, dead or alive, who would you spend that 24 hours with and why?
Mine would be Chester Bennington.
Okay. I like that.
And because of how much he would take his vocals and make emotion in everything that he sang, he could go from clean to the hardest side of it, but use it the best way possible to bring everything in emotionally,
Yep.
Okay.
This is kind of an obvious answer based on
Did you see that, Wes? Did you see what Aaron Lowe just said?
Yes, there's a reason why I'm a drummer. I saw it. My kid just snuck up behind me. She was like, "Oh, my bad," it ran off. So my answer would be Dave Grohl.
Okay.
Always been a big Dave fan.
Wait a minute, hang on. Hey, is he dead?
No.
It's dead. He could be dead
He
or
said
alive.
dead.
Oh,
or
okay.
alive.
All right.
Dead or alive.
You could have just kept it dead because it'd be cooler. Because it would be Taylor Hawkins, right?
I guess I should have picked somebody dead. I guess I don't know. He said dead or alive.
He did.
So honestly, like my like, I guess the fact that I like him so much, it goes back to, Derek mentioned a Memphis and May Creed story. Well, I was there, Foo Fighters, and Live was on before him, and nothing against Live. We do some live stuff. We're all Live fans. But their set was cut short because of rain. And Dave came out and he was like, "We don't care about the rain." And he just strapped on his guitar and they played like 2 hours in the pouring down rain. And it was just unbelievable. And just a great showman. And, of course, I was a Nirvana fan in the 90s. And so it was really cool. And I think he'd be cool to hang out with.
Okay. Justin, who you got?
Man, I would honestly, I'd love to go with Dimebag. I know he's a guitar player. I don't play any guitar or anything like that. But man, it's just the way he played, and just he seemed like a really cool dude. And long before his time. And I've always liked Pantera. But yeah, I'd like that. Just like I could sit there and watch him do what he does, because I kind of get lost. I mean, I get lost watching Derek and Matt on the guitars ripping them. Man, I think it'd be cool to meet him.
See, I actually got to meet my childhood hero. One of my bands a long time ago, we ended up getting a spot to play Mayhem Festival one year, just one, and we played a little small side stage early in the day. Well, that was the one that Motorhead and Slipknot and Asking Alexandria were the headliners.
Sweet.
Well, growing up, what got me into metal was seeing the video for Ace of Spades by Motorhead. And I immediately, that's what made me want to be a bass player, was fucking Lemmy. I just got sucked in. And it's so bad because I actually went to this show and I found out my girlfriend was cheating on me at this show.
Oh, geez.
And so I'm absolutely heartbroken. And I'm like, they had this green room area. They had their own bar with TVs and football and shit. And I'm a big football fan. So I went back there to drink my sorrow away and fucking chain smoke cigarettes. And this guy comes up and I hear him, British accent. I wasn't thinking because I'm sitting there watching the fucking football game. And he was like, "I know a broken heart when I see one. You all right, bud?" I said, "No." I started telling the fucking story immediately because I was half-ass fucking drunk at this point. And he was like, "Well, shit, let's take a couple of shots over." He goes, "Fuck that bitch." I said, "Yeah, fuck that bitch." And I turn around and it's Lemmy.
Wow.
I about fucking shit myself instantly. And so I was able to tell him my story of why I'm even a fucking musician is because of fucking you, seeing you whenever I was a small child on fucking MTV on fucking Beavis and Butthead. There's a whole fucking reason I ever became a fucking musician and wanted to be a bass player was because of you. And he hung out with me for a good 2.5, 3 hours. So I got to ask him all kinds of shit. And I'll never forget it. Now, I know some people say don't meet your heroes because they could upset you. Well, mine did not. Mine was It was fucking amazing.
The myth about them being the loudest rock band ever is not a myth. I saw them open. I saw them open for Dave and the Foo Fighters one time, and it would almost make your ears bleed. It is so crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll CB, you're up, bro.
All right. So, what is your guys' greatest prank wars story?
Ooh.
Oh wow. I got one, but it's gonna probably be like I don't know if y'all probably ever had anything like this on y'all show. So our ex bass player, his name's Ed Klopp. Well, we were at a show one time, and this girl comes in. We think she's a girl. She's really not a girl. You would not be able to tell. So I went and begged this girl. I told her I would give her $500 if she would take him outside and blow him.
Oh shit!
Oh wait. A girl that's not a girl. You are freaking $500.
I'm just saying. I told y'all would never have nothing like that on here.
But did she do it?
No, I couldn't get her to do it. But it got back to him, and he was like, "I would have killed you. I would have drugged you up and down the streets for the rest of your life." I said, "But just think about it. You would have hated me forever. But if I would have pulled that off, I could have like when we hit 60, I'd be like, hey, buddy, you remember that one time with that dude? I mean, girl.
Jeez.
Terrible, man.
That was unexpected.
Hey,
I
since he
told you.
started that, there's no beating that prank. I mean, you can't. Nobody's gonna top that.
Well, the crazy thing is we didn't think that it was true. We didn't think that it really happened, but we found out later on that's how we got Wes. Wes is really not a dude. He's a girl.
Oh, okay.
They don't call it Bangkok for nothing, sweetheart.
Oh shit.
God dang
Oh, we lost Mosh for a second.
Yeah.
There's not enough alcohol right now.
You didn't know this was gonna be a comedy show, did you? You know?
Hey, that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
No.
Fantastic. All right, Mosh, can you get yourself together enough to ask your next question, or do you need a moment?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You sure?
Ooh, I'm tearing up over here. So after y'all are done with a set or a show, however you say it, what's y'all's go-to snack afterwards?
Ooh, McDonald's.
Yeah, it's McDonald's.
Okay.
I
It's
mean,
usually open 24 hours, so you hit that drive-through.
I usually, for me, it's more about like, I don't know. I don't really eat a whole lot because we're gonna drive a lot, and I don't. I get tired after I eat.
Y'all have Waffle House?
We do.
Oh, we do.
Waffle House. That's way better than McDonald's.
Well,
I mean, I know we're from Arkansas, and there ain't a whole lot of shit down here, but you know, and I know like Wes and his family, and Barley and his family, they may do the cousin thing. My family doesn't. You know.
What?
Yo, I was not expecting a show this fucking good. Like,
hey,
guys,
so
damn.
hey, Derek's got a tree in his backyard that has no branches. He's every time he looks at it, he thinks it's a family reunion.
So I'll tell you. So the other day we were recording drum tracks, and Wes comes in, and he was like, "Man, you know," he's like, "Arkansas for me, it's why I go down the street when I go down the hall. My sister's just right there."
Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
CB, you're next.
All right. So, on a more serious note, so we can kind of get things all over the place, what would you guys give advice to the younger generation that's coming up for music?
Don't get lost. Don't get lost in everybody's opinions and everybody's feelings.
Yeah.
Because in the end, when what music truly does for you is for you. You know, and I try to tell a lot of these acts that are coming up and recording with me now that there are a lot of younger kids that if you're playing music for other people, well, then you're never going to get out of it what you really want. You got to play it for yourself and the love of it, and write the songs because you love doing it. And then when you project that to the people, it will automatically be loved. You know, so for me, it would be that. It'd be don't get lost in people's opinions about you guys. Don't get lost in the bullshit. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to the music, and do what you love.
Well, and I'd kind of piggyback on that. Like, don't give up too early, because sometimes it takes a little bit. I mean, we're in our 40s, and I mean, some of the band had had time in the day where they toured and things, but some of us are just kind of getting our feet wet in this, and I'm almost 42 years old and having a blast, and so just don't give up too early on it. I mean,
hey, we're the same age. I'm 41, so
nice.
I get you. And I've been doing this shit for a long time, and I've toured and been down and toured again and been down, and it's an up and down thing.
Yep.
But you know, if you quit, you're always, like I tell everybody, if you quit, you're always going to have that thought in the back of your mind: what if I hadn't?
Yep. Well, I can tell you too. Like right now, we're writing some of the best music we've ever wrote. I mean, I'm telling you, some of the songs that are fixing to come out will blow your mind.
I mean, that comes with age.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many bands that I know now that they didn't really hit writing amazing shit until they were like in their fucking late 30s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before they were writing stuff that they could really grasp the concept of putting a song together and putting something together that was actually fucking good and wasn't just a bunch of trash.
It's, you know, it's all about life experience too. I mean, you know, sometimes the best stuff comes from, you know, from your life experience. And, you know, it's pretty, and like Derek said, the stuff we got coming is just, it's unbelievable. Like, just some of the best stuff we've put out, and it's what it is. It's all about life experience and the things that, you know, we've had going on that we can write about.
Hey, you know something else I would add to that question is it's not a competition. Like, you know, quit trying. You know, people who make it a competition. I'm not going to help this guys. I'm not going to go over and do this with them because I don't want my name. I mean, in the end, for me, it was always about networking, meeting new people, because everybody had their own reason for doing what they're doing and the love of it. And I always liked that journey part of it versus the part of where people combated and fought with each other over a show. It just don't make it a competition. Be on the same team. We're all trying to do the same thing. We're fighting the same battles. We're all doing the same shit. So why make it harder on each other, you know?
You know, I've always told everybody, you know, if you stop and you think about it for a minute, and I've talked to so many bands about this and like after the show, if you actually all networked and worked together and stopped looking at it as a competition, do you realize what you could accomplish and how much money you could actually start making as bands?
Yep.
If you actually shut the fuck up and quit your crybaby bullshit and you actually work together as a team, trade shows, help each other out. Do you realize what you could accomplish for the scene?
Yep.
The whole reason the scene is dying is because all y'all want to act like a bunch of assholes.
Yep.
Yep.
So stop acting like a bunch of assholes.
Yep.
Pull your dick out your ass. Let's get some
Yeah,
shit.
Barley.
I know. That ain't me.
Given the fact that we're getting on a little bit of a serious note and stuff like that, and I know Jagz has brought this up.
I know where you're going. You're going to the fucking pay to play bullshit, aren't you? You motherfucker.
Yep.
All right. So what's the question though?
How do y'all feel about it? Like, I mean, some people, you know, have different opinions on it. Like, what's y'all's?
So you're talking about more if we paid to get on like a tour or something like that, maybe?
Yeah.
So I kind of got like a hidden like it's kind of important but not important. So I would look out and I would go back to the telling giving some advice to the other old to the younger bands coming up is 90% of the time if your market around you doesn't like appeal to you, well then how is the market outside of you going to appeal to you as well? And it's not saying it won't. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go jump on other shows, but it's one of those things. If you can't build your backyard full, well, then how do you build the world full at the same time, right? So to me, it's one of those things. If you can go in and you start packing out 200, 400 people in your hometown, well, then you got something going on. So you need to take that out elsewhere, where some of that requires you to buy on to bigger events to get your name rolling into the situation. We did it. I mean, I've done that exact thing, bought on the tours and did that whole thing. But I can tell you now, we're making more money now than we ever have, and we don't. I mean, I wouldn't buy onto a tour because of all the contacts now, and I can make my own tour, right? So, but you had to get there. I'm not against it. I think you can, but you got to look at your market. How much exposure do you have out there? How much of material do you have? It's available to people. Do you have merch available online where people can buy when they do like it? Because usually, and I know this sounds like I'm saying that it's not important to openers. Not. I went to a bunch of places where openers were the band that I left with, but not everybody's a musician, so not everybody sees it that way. Like it, and I'm gonna go back to joking about Maroon 5. But if you went to a concert and you wanted to see Maroon 5, Jimmy Fallon up front, you didn't know who the hell that was. You know what I mean? You didn't even pay attention to it. Now, musicians like me, I pay attention to all the bands that are on the bill because I want to see who's coming up and all that side of it. But not everybody does that, you know? So to me, I'm not against it. I think you got to look at your market and see what best fits your tailored and what you think would get you guys to the next level. Because in the end, it's about moving the needle, right? You want to take the needle to the next level and then keep go up a little further. So I don't think that it's a bad thing, but I don't think that it's a good thing either, if that makes sense.
Yep.
I personally think it's a bunch of bullshit.
Like I said, a lot of people have different opinions.
Because, you know, one, you're asking these bands, these young ass bands, to come in and drop anywhere between $10,000 to $35,000 going fucking tour.
Yep.
And then you're making them pay 25% or higher of their merch sales on top of it. You're charging these bands to cover some of your costs of touring. And there's no guarantee that they're going to make jack shit. I've had so many friends and bands that did that shit, and they ended up bankrupt in the first goddamn fucking 2 weeks.
Yep.
And had to call it quits. Now, I understand it's a business. That I understand. But I don't agree with leeching off of indie bands that are trying to fucking make it.
Yeah.
You know, if I was a big band, I would be taking that band on tour and be like, look, I'm not going to charge you nothing. You're going to come on tour. We believe in you. Obviously, you have to pay your own way, but what you make is what you make.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to charge you to be here, and you may not get paid per show, but you get to keep all your fucking merch sales, and you make what you make.
Well, see, I'll tell you. So, and this is kind of I'm gonna piggyback on that question, and this is kind of some good information for bands that are up and coming too. So, how I really got our name in the mix with all the bigger bands years ago was we were packing out clubs on our own. So we were going to these venues and bringing in 300 to 400 people on our own with no help, right? No supporting acts, just falling within. That was all we had. Well, what happened was a couple club owners like, hey man, do you know any contacts to get some bigger bands in here? And I'm like, no, I don't really, but let me reach out. Well, and this is a crazy story. I'm gonna tailor to a couple stories in here. How I met Paul Crosby was me and my wife. We were playing the New Daisy Theater backstage. A drug dealer approaches us with the backpack on, asking if we want anything. We're like, nah, we're good. And he's like, well, I'm gonna run over to the drummer of Saliva's place and get him hooked up. I'm like, whatever, bro. You ain't going to fucking drummer of Saliva. He's like, come with me, I'll show you. We followed him over there, and that's how I met Paul Crosby. So there's your story on how I met Paul Crosby. But to go back to that though, like one of the things with the what we were doing then though, is we were bringing in a bunch of things. So I got a hold of Paul, and at that time I could get Saliva in that $3,000 range. I was going to these venues and going, hey, how much would it cost for us and them? Give us $6,000, and then we'll get Saliva in here. So I was making 3, Saliva was making 3, and then we were doing this at 20 to 25 venues. Well, before I knew it, Evan Michaels was calling me saying, hey, can you do a run with Saint Gable? Yeah. Hey, can you do a run with Clutch? Yeah. Can you do a run with Smile Empty Soul? Yeah. Before you knew it, I was the contact to book all these shows, but I was making the exact same amount of money they were. So it was just a different way into the market. Everybody, it's crazy because everybody's got their own way of how they even got started into it. Well, that's kind of how I got us rolling in this, really.
Right.
Yep.
Dang.
All right, CB.
All right. So, what is your guys' favorite time of the day? Are you night people, day people, sleep all day, get up in the middle of the day, then go to bed at night?
So I'm a morning person. I'm up every day at like 5 in the morning. I can't. My wife hates it. Like I'm the guy that hopping up, turning all the lights on, and she's in there going, "What the fuck are you doing, man? Chill out." I'm that guy. I'm up early. I just always been that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more of a mid morning. I'll get up about 9 or so, but
Okay.
I stay up all night long. That's my issues. I can stay up all night long and not even be tired.
Okay. All right.
Yep, I'm usually out by 11:30.
Yeah, I'm up all hours of the night.
Well, that's because you're a prison guard.
Yeah, I was about to say you have to.
me, I'm up really early in the morning and fucking I work 3 jobs and I'm all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, my hours is all over the.
Well, so I don't know, Justin. What did you say? Was you a morning guy? Was you an evening guy? What were you?
More mid morning. I'm usually up by about 9 in the morning. I'm by 9 in the morning. I'm up and I'm dressed. I'm gone. I'm doing something by that time.
Does your husband, does he wake you up?
No, actually, it's just me in my own bed.
I understand that. I am too. Fuck that relationship bullshit. I'm
do
married.
not disagree.
I'm married to the music. That's it.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just I've been by myself for a while, and it's perfect. I do what I want when I want. Can't really complain now.
Hey, I'll tell you something cool about Justin here though. So, what, 2 years ago, Justin? Have you ever played bass ever in your entire life?
No, actually, I hadn't. Not until I met. Actually, not until I met you guys at work, and you guys, oh yeah, come check us out. And I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, come here, play this. What the hell?
So we were playing a show, and Barley was just hanging out with us. And y'all know Hollywood Undead, right? From
Yeah.
from Hollywood Undead. So I call him up there at the top. I mean, it's just done over and over on the top string. It's nothing. So I was like, "Come here and play this." I showed him the note, made him play it on stage with him. He's like, "Are you what? I've never touched the bass." I'm like, "Man, it's that's all you got to do." Well, guess what? He comes back the next day and says, "Teach me how to play this fucking thing." He's now our bass player.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Well, I mean, I've always wanted to be in a band, and I seen an opportunity, so I was like, heck, might as well jump on it and go with it.
True that. I can't be mad about that. Not one fucking bit. All right, Mosh, what you got?
Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to get into the nerd side this time.
Oh.
Okay.
Here we go.
Just no probing questions.
No. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Mosh likes to talk about aliens, probing buttholes.
He said he broke up the one question. He broke the question out.
Oh yes, I will bring that one out. And there is a right answer on this.
What was the question?
Because he likes to get me riled up. That's why.
That's his
Star Trek.
Say Star Wars and Star Trek?
Or Star Wars or Star Trek.
There's only one correct answer, and the correct answer always has been Star Wars.
Yes! Yes! I love you.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
You're damn right.
Yeah, my oldest brother, when he was younger, the original trilogy was first coming out, so he was real big on it. And of course, sitting there in the living room throwing the VHS tape of whichever one it was, and I'd sit there and watch with him. Well, it kind of grew on me and my little brother and pretty much the whole family, but it's Star Wars hands down.
Hell yes.
We've had a lot of people break his heart on this shit.
Yeah. There's one thing that I am a major nerd about. Fucking Star Wars. I have a whole.
Now, I've watched all the movies and stuff. Now, my little brother is a complete nerd about it. He reads the books, plays all the video games, comic books. He's all into it.
I've got a whole goddamn closet right here full of Star Wars Funko Pops that I fucking collect. I've got lightsabers. I've fucking got everything that you can fucking think.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So here's my next one. Y'all gonna love this one. Now think about this from a financial standpoint. If you could tour with any 3 bands outside of your genre, nowhere even fucking near it, who would you tour with? Now, like I said, for me, I think about this from a financial standpoint. I'm like, I want to maximize my ability to play in front of a bunch of people. Now, granted, 60% of them or more may not like what I'm playing, but if I can get 40%,
right,
that's even better. So for me, I always say the same thing: Taylor Swift, Post Malone, and Snoop Dogg. 2 I'm fucking touring with. Because all 3 of them, it's going to be a goddamn stadium. It's going to be a fuck ton of goddamn people. And fuck, who gives a shit about Taylor Swift? But you're going to have a good goddamn time touring with Snoop Dogg and Post Malone. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take you left field then.
Okay.
All right. So let's do Michael Bublé.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go Michael Bublé. Let's go.
My mom
Let's
just
go.
heard you.
Let's go Cody Johnson, and then let's go Frank Sinatra.
Oh, God damn.
Shit.
Hey?
Okay. Let's go with Jelly Roll.
Okay.
We'll do Jelly, and then probably Five Finger. They can put on a hell of a show. They're
Yeah,
awesome.
but they're in their genre, kind of.
Well, that's fine. And then let's see, Jelly Him.
Well, hey, no. Hey, his question was clear. They cannot be in your genre. So no, you're not cheating. Pick somebody else.
Okay, so we got Jelly Roll. Then not in my man. That's all I listen to is rock.
These questions are not easy.
One of the people that's growing on me. One of the people that's growing on me right now is Teddy Swims.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love some Teddy. I love some Teddy, bro.
I'm down with Teddy.
Yeah, probably go Jelly Roll, and then oh crap, country guy. I just had it in my head. Morgan Wallen, because he usually brings a pretty good crowd. And then well, with his point, actually probably Teddy Swims. That'd be a pretty, mixed up pot there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd go to that concert.
Yeah, I get down on some Teddy.
Yeah.
Man, Teddy's good. He's got so much soul in his voice, man.
He does.
I didn't even know who the fuck he was. If it wasn't for TikTok, I would have never known.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he was black.
Well, I seen this TikTok where this like piano player was playing in like some area, whatever. And this girl comes up, it's like, "Hey, can you play the song by Teddy Swims?" I'm like, "Who the fuck is Teddy Swims?" Whatever. He starts playing. Well, Teddy Swims comes in.
Yeah.
Fucking doing the song with him, and I'm like, "Oh shit! All right, okay, that's kind of dope. I can get okay."
Yeah.
Then I go and look him up and started listening to his music. I was like, "All right, I could get behind this. I could get behind this."
Well, see, for me, it's not that white people can't have soul, but that much soul doesn't really come out of a white dude much. You know what I'm saying? And when I heard it, I'm like, man, I gotta go check this dude out. And he's got tattoos and shit. I was like, whoa, hold on. I think I tapped in the wrong name.
I've always been a big Post Malone fan. I've been a big Post Malone fan for a long,
I like Post.
long time. So
Do you like that he's going out with Nirvana?
I mean, I have mixed emotions.
I think he'll be all right. I think he'll do good.
Yeah, I have mixed emotions about it, but we'll see.
I think that they should have used. I think they should have brought along Dave Grohl's daughter and let her sing on the Nirvana tour.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that reunion. They did that reunion show where she sang. I can't remember what song it was. She sang the Nirvana song and killed it. They should have took her out with them.
No, I did not see that. We gonna have to hook up on Facebook. You have to send that shit to me.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so good. It'll hit you deep because she nails it.
Well, I mean, speaking of putting people with other bands, what is y'all's fantasy lineup?
If you could create a super group,
Yep.
Who would
Of anybody from any different bands.
yeah.
Dead or alive?
Yep.
Oh,
Ooh, okay. So all right, let's go with I want Mike Portnoy on drums. Okay, I want Randy Rhodes and Dimebag on guitar.
God damn.
And then I want bass player, I want Les Claypool on bass. And then for vocals, I want to run 2 vocals, okay? I don't want to run just one because I want to do some stuff in there that no one else can do. So I'm gonna pull in. This is gonna be so outfield. I'm gonna bring in Steve Perry with Tommy Vex.
I don't know how to feel right now.
I will give it to him.
He said Steve Perry, and I'm like, wait.
I will give it to him. That is a hell of a fucking lineup, though.
So think about it though. If Tommy Vex is singing the main and Steve Perry's singing the harmonies with him, what's going to happen with that? That's going to be a child of love. There are going to be a bunch of babies made.
I feel like I'd have to hear it. I can't.
Somebody get some AI and get those 2 together on a fucking.
Ooh.
So
We got to do that. Yeah.
I'd have to go with I'd put the Rev on drums all day.
I do that.
Dimebag and Zach Wild on guitars. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then have Chester Bennington for vocals and Lemmy on bass.
Okay, I dig the fuck out of that.
Hey, you know the only thing that lineup's missing, Justin, is what's the dude's name? Oh, from Upper Bell, the screamer.
Oh yeah,
Vandelberg.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's
Eric.
Yeah, Eric.
Yep.
Yeah, he's great.
Put him in there with Chester. Woo!
That'd be some fire.
I'm so glad I thought of this question. I'm so glad I thought of this question.
I get it. All right. CB, you're up with the last question before we get into the end.
All right. So we've been talking a lot about Post Malone, and one of his favorite games to play is one of my favorite games to play, which is Magic the Gathering. It's a card game. What is some of your guys' favorite hobbies to play?
Dude, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but one of my favorite hobbies is collecting cards, and I have about probably 16 to 20,000 Magic the Gathering cards, and I've got a ton of first edition cards, way back first edition cards. And if we had some more times, I'd just FaceTime you, walk in and open the thing up, and make you go, "Oh my gosh, Derek, I'm coming to your house."
Now,
so
if you tell me you have a Black Lotus, I want to see it.
So, it's funny you say that. So I went through my stuff the other day. So I say the other day, probably about 9 months ago. Yeah, every once in a while I'll go out here to my spot where I have, no lie, probably close to 2 million baseball and football and basketball cards. And then I have all kinds of, this is how far back I go. I have the original Garage Spell Kids set,
Okay.
So I mean, I've got way back, but I looked through there and I did not have a Black Lotus. Hey, what's the other one? There's a Black Lotus and there's one more though that everybody looks for. What was it?
I believe it's Time Warp.
So I don't. I'll have to double check it. Matter of fact, hit me up on Facebook, and what I'll do is I'll get it out and send pictures of it to you. But it's another card that it's very sought after, but it's a first edition too.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Got a ton of them.
right there.
For me, it's racing.
Okay.
I love things that are loud, fast, and that can kill me.
Okay.
An adrenaline junkie.
Yeah. I've been very fortunate on that side because I mean, doing that stuff's super expensive, and I've had some friends that make quite a bit. And that's their passion too, and I've been able to do stuff and been in cars and around cars that I would have never dreamed of. The coolest one I was around was I don't remember the year model, but it was built by Calvo. It was a 3,000 horsepower Viper built to run like 300 plus mile an hour. It was absolute wild machine.
Damn.
Bad to the bone.
Yeah, it was. That thing was slick.
Okay.
Woo,
Fair enough. Fair
wee.
enough. So on that, what social media site do you guys like to talk to your fans the most? Where can they get your music? And if you have merch, where can they get that?
So we do have a website. You can get the merch on the website, and then you can get it at the shows, obviously. But we also, but I mean, honestly, Facebook does more for us than most of them. You know, we actually make quite a bit of money off Facebook just from the bonus side of it right now, bonus performance side. But TikTok still does well for us as well, and then Instagram does okay. You know, so I would say all the platforms do their own kind of thing for us, but Facebook still is kind of the biggest target.
Okay, excellent. So on that, all you that are watching, because there's quite a few that are in here watching right now, we're actually going to play a song by Fallen From Within, and then we're going to be out of here. You guys stay put.
You care if I throw one last thing in before we bounce?
Absolutely.
So I just want to throw a shout out to our brother, our bandmate JC. He just got diagnosed with cancer a week ago. So and you know he actually is the one who texted me and said, "Don't forget about the interview tonight." You know, early this morning. He's just that guy. He's always been that guy for us. He's kind of been our background, our backbone to keep us rolling. You know, when we're down, he's picking us up. But he's gonna need the prayers, gonna need the assistance and the fight for him. And we're going to have some shirts out here soon, and all of it's going to go to him and his family to fight this. But there's going to be some Follow Within Fuck Cancer shirts or Kick Cancer's Ass shirts.
Yeah, let me know when y'all get those because we'll post them up on Sound Injection.
Yes, we will.
Sweet. Well, I just want to throw a shout out to him. You know, I mean, this isn't the end for him. He's going to fight like hell. So I'm going to tell you that we're all behind him, been behind him for years, and you know, I just want to throw that out to him. So
let's do it.
Go.
All right, so on that, we've got a song from Fallen Within, Get Up, Get Out. You guys stay put, hang out with us till after the show. On that, the rest of you guys, we will see you again on fucking Monday. Don't forget.
Be safe, y'all.
Here's the song, Get Up, Get Out, Fallen Within. Good night.
Something building inside. I can fake this energy anymore, or just hold it all inside. It seems I stood up for what I believe, the things I could or would not like to see, but you would even